Thank you very much, Ian. My name is Borthen. I'm a serial entrepreneur in several aspects of happy living. I'm a developer, and I don't necessarily have to be pushed by the law to make new communities. I'd like to thank Ian for inviting me and the Asia Aging Association for inviting me back. I really enjoyed being here last time, and now I want to talk to you about some new projects we are doing. The world looks very different and much more challenging these days than back in before Corona. And we have news about devastating war in Europe. We have climate change affecting people everywhere. We have a pandemic and the inflationary cost of living. All these have to be addressed, and we are facing multi-faceted challenges. I believe we are in the middle of an era focusing us to reconsider how we live, how we work, and how we interact with each other. This is making me rethink how I, as an individual, can take some actions and do something that makes an impact to someone's life, even without regulation. For me, that's been a journey to learn that efforts to be sustainable, greener, and circular must reach further than just limiting the load on the planet or just being less harmful. I think if we want to reverse climate change, we need to take a regenerative approach so that our action result in systems around us being strengthened. Like nature regenerates, if we leave it alone, we must rebuild what has been destroyed. So we created this village concept we call Horizons Village. I will talk a little bit about it. I've been so lucky to be born in Norway, which is a cold country way north. We heard from Australia, we had a very hot. We had 2 degrees in Oslo yesterday. But we have a beautiful nature. We have a lot of space. We have 5.5 million people living there. And I've been looking, how can we develop better? We have a site about where this yellow spot is. It's 50 hectares. We want to make an impact by building here an eco-village based on what we like to think as nature-based solutions. We must use life and nature and design principle. And I hope that this mind of thinking can be part of a toolbox in the ISO standard for multi-generational communities. When we build, we target 3 goals for our nature-based eco-village. We look at citizen engagement, participation. We look at healthy living. And we have to address climate change with a regenerative approach to nature. Why do we have 3 goals? Because for us, it goes hand in hand with our vision about bringing a lifestyle to be more resilient, regenerative, and health-promoting. We want people to live a good life close to nature. And for us, that's an integral to the principle of living a happy life in mind and body. Transitioning a built community to a more regenerative future is a hugely complex challenge. We notice that. So complex, we can only solve it by collaborating across stakeholder groups. We need to scale our efforts, overcome silence, and unlocking system change, and by engaging in a collaboration, bonding together, business, academia, public sector, not-for-profit, and citizen. I'm therefore very glad what Ian have taken this initiative on, creating neighborhoods for the future. If all are working together for smarter living, I believe we now can develop an ISO standard where also our eco-village will be tied into a network of global best practice. as this forum is a very good example for. And to build better, we cannot. And to build better, we cannot always build to order because people do not always know what they want. It's not. There it comes. And they don't until they see it. But we know as humans, we all share a common history and common values about where and how we want to live. We want to live safely. We want to live happily. We want to feel included in a community, as many people have talked about. So how do we do to make this a regenerative village? First, we start with a lovely ecological organic farm, situated by a nice lake 1 hour from Oslo, the capital of Norway, and where we seek 3 core elements to focus on. The building of residential homes, a renewable energy solution, and a regenerative farming to allow for local food production. And we love diversity. I believe that people of all ages and all backgrounds are happiest if they live together in a village community. That is why we like multi-generational communities. We need to break down the age silos where we tend to put people in, which we have created today in Western society. We will build homes for all, with different price range, with smart and adaptive technology. Family housing, homes for first-time buyers, senior housing. 28 houses has already been built from 2013 to 2018 in this community, where live about 140 citizens there. They formed a very nice community with inhabitants from many nations, actually, coming to Norway to live in this style, and a lot of social cohesion. We are adapting the built environment to modern standards in a smart wood-based village, using local materials, upgrading it to a version 4.0, taking the benefit of a digital solution to help people making better choices for their life. Because of climate change, we also take an extensive undertaking to create a community that is more energy efficient and 100% based on renewable net zero solution. So we have been putting together a greener energy future for the village solution. We believe that you could build a renewable energy community where solar, biopower, supported by battery storage, can make the village self-sustain on heating and power for electric appliances and for electric e-mobility. Last but not least, the farm is in the core of understanding a regenerative lifestyle. We think this is very exciting because we can be part of creating a global movement with a focus on regenerative agriculture. This does not just apply to the land and the soil, but to a large extent to those who cultivate it. Soil is amazing. It's the basis of our life and our greatest opportunity to sequester carbon, which is a challenge for humanity. If we can understand the magic of reciprocity in healthy soil processes, then we have the key to understanding absolutely the fundamental principles of a healthy planet. So my dream is to make this village into a living lab for outstanding regenerative lifestyle and welcome students of all ages from all over the world to come to the farm and the village and learn, earn, and then return. That is why we have architects to draw a community center at the farm courtyard, and this is portrait here where we have a center of a large greenhouse where we will grow also during winter time. We will also have technological solutions to support the inhabitants, and that will be part of this 4.0 digitalization. Thank you for listening. I put up my LinkedIn QR code if any of you want to get in touch, or you can engage through the website of Aging Association. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tor. I don't know about you guys, but when I see something in a brochure and it actually makes me think, well, I've never even thought about going to Norway before, but I wouldn't mind spending a bit of time there and then looking at another page and say, I definitely want to visit, then that does something for you. And when you first sent that through to me, I said, this is really interesting. You've got to come. And I'm really pleased that you've come to join us today.